Just talk to myself.
RNG? I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It
Gets the people going.
Random news. RNG. TGP.
TGP.
Random news generator. RNG. RNG. Real nigga games. Random news. RNG. Random number generator. RNG. Real nigga games. RNG. TGP. Random news. Random news. RNG. Random news.
Real nigga games.
Samurai Black. D-Ring.
Random numbers.
TGP. RNG. Random news. Random news generator.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of RNG Radio with your hosts D-Rain and Samurai Black. How are you guys doing? How's everybody feeling today?
I'm good.
I don't know why you out there mocking me. I can see you. You know that, right? I can see the things that you're doing. Well, we are at the end of the weekend. Hopefully everybody's weekend has been nice. Good luck to everybody that played at the Pro Bowl and all those festivities today. If you're watching, hopefully you enjoy it. But before all that starts, we got some stuff that we need to cover. Ham, how the weekend go? Or you got any plans for the rest of the day today?
The weekend was good. Cleaned up. We, like I said, last week we're gonna be moving, so we've just been like gradually like boxing up the shit that like we don't really use that much.
You
know
do
what I mean?
not want to wait to the last minute to do that because that
Yes.
shit sucks.
Yeah. So like It kind of sucks because like her sister and stuff have came over, and we're just like, my mom came over last week. I'm like, don't mind the boxes lined up along the wall, and like we're just trying to
they can help, bro. What you mean?
Oh, I already got my entourage to
There
help
you
me
go.
from work. But yeah, it was good. We chilled yesterday. Watched a few new movie. Watched
Nice.
played some 2K yesterday with the homies. So it was good. It
No,
wasn't too bad.
don't do that because see, before we went live, you know how you just said, "Oh, play some 2K with the homies." Before we went live, nigga, I was killing them in 2K yesterday, my boy.
Yeah, I kind of did. I'm gonna have to say some more. I've been working. I've been trying to work because I have this song that I've been waiting to do. Because like when I got the song last time, I got it right around the time 2K23 had finished, and I wanted to do like a montage of that but then I just took too long. So now I'm working on the 24 one. But
Okay.
yeah, I had a couple 30-point games yesterday. I've been dunking on some people, figures. So it was fun though. It was a lot of fun.
Good.
Um,
For
other than
me,
that, yeah, I was just chilling.
yesterday was busy. Like Katie said, like in the chat when we were doing buzzing, boys had a really good time. We went up to Home Depot. I don't know if all Home Depots do it, but the first Saturday of the month, they have like a little kids activity. So like for this one, because it's February, they had like a little kit to build. Excuse me, kind of like a Valentine's Day like mailbox is what they called it.
Mhm.
So it's like a little box where you can store your Valentine's Day cards. So like they gave you a little kit to hammer the nails in, screw the screws in, and put it together, and then they had another table for them to paint it. So they had a blast doing that. Drip. Thought I would leak by. Hey man, good to see you. Always good to see you, Breezy. We doing good, man. We're doing good. So we did that. And then ran a couple more errands. I did my eye exam yesterday, so I need to get buy some new frames here pretty soon. Yeah, it's just like normal adult shit, really. Not too special.
Aaron shit.
Watched some Valorant last night. Shout out to DSG for qualifying in Valorant. So for Valorant they actually compete now in Singapore. They don't compete in NA. So they challenge for the Singapore challengers. So shout out to them. One of the matches they got dog walked though. They lost like I think it was like 4-13.
Oh damn!
But they won every other match. So like shout out, yeah. Like actually, the last match they won, they actually had to win. They had to win 4 rounds in a row to send it to overtime, and then they won in overtime. And that was, I think, the 9th best team in all of Asia Pacific, but like all teams. So that includes like the T1 teams as well. So
shit.
Yeah. So they're doing their thing over there. So kudos to them. I know ALGS you got some ALGS games today, so good luck to all those teams that are trying to qualify and do well. But without further ado, I want to go ahead and jump into these news topics because there's a lot, and we also have to recap all of Percy Jackson as that show's wrapped up. I said buzzing. Yep. Be ready for it. And a lot of other stuff that we want to talk about. So let's go ahead and get that started. First and foremost, so I guess I don't know if it's Monday nights anymore. Like, but WWE Raw, back in my day, it was Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, bro. Monday Night Raw. But they made the announcement that in 2000, I'll be muted. Okay, yeah, no, you're good. They are going to be moving to Netflix in 2025. Beginning of the year, January 2025.
I mean, it makes sense. I don't know if you've been hearing all of the stuff that's been going down around the world. So, like UFC.
I'm glad you have because I haven't. Because I know we were talking about it in chat.
Yeah.
And like Bird was talking about, he was really big into WWE from like in like the 2010s or whatever. I was really big like during they call it the Attitude Era, right?
Yes, the Attitude Era.
Back then, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys, bro. Yeah, hey,
Kurt Angle, bro.
Listen. I'm gonna say it right now. I was one of the few that rocked with Kurt Angle back in the day. Like before he went full
wrestler.
Exactly why. Before he went full on villain, like I was cool with Kurt Angle. I was cool with her. Rusty and the Hurricane. Yeah, that's the new shit there, Russ. But yeah, like I stopped around then. And then like Bird said he was really big early 20 teens, and then him. I think you said you kind of like you keeping an eye on it like for a long time, right?
I keep it. Yeah, I've been not per Kango. No, yeah, I've been. So I watched like I used to play it and watch it every Monday, Thursday kind of shit. And yeah, more recently I haven't kept up with more of the storylines, but like I pay attention to it enough. But so like UFC recently like bought it, right? And so then they started doing all that shit. So Vince McMahon, I don't know if you saw the shit
He's
been
gone,
servicing
right?
around him. No, but no. He's on his way out, and he's
Okay.
Rey Mysterio. So hold up, before I say that,
First
they call me Rey Mysterio. No, listen. It's not a good reason. So like, we be playing late at night, you know what I mean? And sometimes I just be falling asleep because my chair leans back, and I told him like, yeah, my shit leans all the way back. So there's a fucking clip of Rey Mysterio on the like when you get airlifted and you're on that board that's strapped to that board, he's like on that, bro. And Big Show just picked the whole thing up and smacked his back on his face. So they call me Rey Mysterio because they say he love me later.
Nah, bro, that's crazy.
But yeah, apparently Vince McMahon is like, he's been doing some crazy shit, bro. He was basically like,
are we surprised?
Hired this girl and was just like hoeing her out. It was just like, hey,
okay, never mind,
bro, but not like you like motherfuckers was shitting on each other and stuff. Like there was some, it was like people would come and he'd be like, yeah, you're gonna go over here and go with this person. Like he was just like, yeah, get your ass over there, go. Yeah,
damn, bro.
Yeah, bro. You gotta see what Vince is calling people. Now he did with the do-rag on.
Man, bro.
No, but yeah, they're like on a more. But yeah, there's one girl. She came out and she just basically was like, is airing it out. Because my other homie at work, he's really big into like AEW and stuff like that. But he still watches the WWE. And yeah, he was like telling me a little bit about it, and then I looked up some of it, and yeah, that motherfucker's in the hot seat, bro. He ain't, surviving Vince. I hate Cash Money.
Stop. What's up, Cash Money? How you doing, man? How you doing? So they are. So yeah, like Heb said, they were purchased by UFC. I think like a year or maybe like a year and a half ago.
Last year for sure.
But now they plan on moving over to Netflix. I'm just really interested to see like the details of it because obviously WWE is typically a live show. Like you can go see it or whatever. So them going on the Netflix, I'm curious to see how they do it. Whether it's like it's still gonna be on TV, but then like it'll be on Netflix the next day, kind of like how Hulu does TV shows.
Maybe they'll do it, or they can even do it like because it's a live sports event. They can do it like they've been doing the games recently, like on Paramount Plus and Peacock and stuff like that. Just what's on live right now, you can watch it, and then even HBO Max. They won't play the game live, but you can watch the game tomorrow, kind of thing. Like so even if that, like, I can see it. If it's on Netflix, I might watch. You know what I mean? I want to see what's popping. You know what I mean?
I'm 100% with Bird. If they allow us to view the pay-per-views, I'm diving all back into WWE.
No, they're not. Okay, I'm telling you right now, bro. That's their cash grab, bro. That's their cash grab.
I know it's a stretch. I know it's a stretch, but if somehow like they made it to where it was a part of like one of the more expensive packages with Netflix, like I'm in there.
I'm listen. If I I don't want to be limited on my pay-per-views either. I want all of them. SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. Even they had the random ones. What was the random one, bro? There was one. Like there was SummerSlam was big.
WrestleMania, obviously, Royal Rumble.
There was another one, bro. Fuck, what was it? Not the Money in the Bank one. It was a different. But there was one that was like, it wasn't as big, but they used to do like the elimination chamber in that shit, bro. The 6-man elimination.
Yeah. That's how I watch Rumble. Paramount Plus live streaming the Grammys. Like, bro, nobody care about the Grammys. Katie, we already talked about this. Nobody care about the Grammys. Here we go. But the Grammys are tonight. Grammys are tonight. Yeah, it might be like Peacock. We'll see. But yeah, that's gonna be happening in 2025. Okay, all right. Moving on. So big and really great news. Jim Carrey apparently has been confirmed that he is coming back to reprise his role as Dr. Robotnik. I would have it no other way, but with the caveat, I can tell Jim Carrey is ready to retire. I can tell he's ready to just be done with Hollywood. Like he's one of those actors that kind of lives like out. not maybe not the wilderness, but he doesn't live in Hollywood. He doesn't live in LA. Like he's like by himself. I know he's ready to retire, so I'm hoping that like he
Well,
doesn't get like sucked back
said
in.
it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He said because like he said before like the trailers came out that he was done, and he's I feel like he said he's done before too.
No,
But
well, he said when Sonic 2, it was like
like
Sonic
after
1,
it
it
dropped,
was like in between the Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. He was like, I'm kind of done unless that like one, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
That one roll comes out and grabs me. But obviously he was already in the middle of Sonic. So
Right,
it was up in the air if he was going to be in the third one though, for sure. So it is very good that he is.
yeah. So I'm glad to see that
And
he's back because I
on
don't want
top of
I don't
that
want to
too,
see anybody else play Robotnik at all.
on top of that too, I don't know if you saw, but they released who's voicing Shadow for Sonic 3.
They
It's
did.
Hayden Christensen.
They did, and we'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean,
We'll see. We'll see. Because
I mean,
honestly, I don't want to cast judgment because when Idris was announced for voicing Knuckles, I was super skeptical, and then I heard him.
And he was
then
amazing.
I was like, hey, listen, go for it, bro. Go for it, dog. I heard him and I was like, yo, go for it. I'm ready. I'm with it now. So I want to hear him before I cast any judgment. I'll just say that there's a streaming platform with like, yeah, there are. And like Hulu has live TV as well. Like they have, I think that's the name of the commercial. Hulu has live TV. So yeah, so no. But yeah.
It is.
But shout out to Jim. Hopefully I just hope that he's able to retire like when he wants to, and he doesn't get dragged on because Jim Carrey's not a Hollywood guy, and I feel like anybody that pays attention to him outside of movies can easily tell that. So, but shout out to him.
You see
I'm
my
glad
man's
he's been back.
birthday lineup, bro? For his birthday recently, he just posted a picture, bro. He had so many heavy hitters.
I don't know if you showed it to me or somebody showed it to me. I said I just want to be in that room for 5-10 minutes. Just give me like that's all I need.
I don't need to speak, bro. I will just observe everything.
That's
bro.
it. I just want to be there. I just want to be a fly in the wall. That is it.
Exactly.
Shadow is my favorite. He better do it right. I think Shadow's a lot of people's favorites.
Nah, Knuckles gang over here, bro.
That's why I said a lot of people. I didn't say all people. Moving on. So Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was announced to be on the cover of the show 24. First off, I before we continue, I really like the covers of the show. Like I've always dug it, bro. They kind of swaggy, bro. They swaggy, man.
They do something different in time, but the colors are very like they pop out very good. You know what I mean? And they have a lot. It looks like a lot's going on, but it all makes sense when you look at it all together. They usually do very good on their covers.
But this is big because this is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Where his dad, his pappy, was on the cover 18 years ago back in 2024. I think Mark said it like when he posted the cover. He's like, bro, like all this man does is breed baseball players. Like that's just what Vladimir does. So shout out to them. Shout out to the whole family. They out there
Bro,
balling.
just think about that though, bro. Like you be chilling and be like, no, hey man, me and my son got on the same game. You know what I mean? We on the cover of the same game, bro. 18 years apart. Like
bro, 18 years apart. Like, it's freaking dope, bro. That is actually so dope, really dope. That is really cool.
So fucking dope, bro. You can't make that shit up, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just amazing. That's just sports wise, not even just for baseball. It doesn't matter if you like baseball. It's just sports wise in
really
general.
Cool.
Like if even in basketball, like if a father and a son have their jerseys retired together right next to each other, and bro, you can't make, bro. You can't put a price on shit like that, bro. You know what I mean? Like that makes anybody smile for sure. So it's dope to see it though.
All right. Definitely. So the next topic I kind of hinted at. So this is, I haven't told him what it is yet, and I told him that he's probably gonna get really pissed off at it. So the next topic I want to talk about is this one. So hopefully he has a stream so you can see. Everybody knows who this is, right? Everybody knows this is Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's the homie, right? One of the best tight ends to ever play the game.
No, he's not.
I said one of the best tight ends to ever play the game, and that is true. That is at this point a fact. One of the best tight ends to play the game. Oh, Taylor's boyfriend? Yeah, sure. Taylor, Travis's girlfriend. Gotcha. There was a New York Times article that came out earlier this week I didn't look up to see what day it came out, and I don't know if it came out on February 1st, but I think it came out on February 1st, and that's kind of a really important thing. So it came out and said that the haircut that Travis Kelce has, and this is the image they use right here, the haircut that Travis Kelce has, they've dubbed the Travis Kelce first and foremost, and said that it is sweeping the nation as far as haircuts. Like barbers are getting all these requests for give me that Travis Kelce.
Nigga, you mean the shit my son's been getting since he was broke? You mean the shit that I've been getting since I was 12, nigga? And since I've had my beard that late, don't even get me started, bro. Don't even
fade literally since I was.
Hold on, let me hold on. Here we go. Let me be a little bit more precise. You're talking about a fade with a taper, nigga, so that you know right here, this little part right here that gets really low, and then it still goes hit. You're talking about a fade with a taper that literally I've been getting since like middle school.
Bruh, I've been getting fades literally since I was like
John Cena's more high and tight.
Yeah, no, John Cena's a high and tight. Like that's military.
More high and tight. It's a high fade. His is like a low mid fade.
It might be a little bit harder to see, but no, his is definitely a lower fade for sure. But I mean, that's what you do when you've got the full beard. Like,
this nigga didn't even get a lineup. Bro. He still got his widow's peak, bro. So who the fuck ain't getting a lineup? Who going to get a haircut and not get a lineup? Nigga, this nigga widow's peak is long as shit, bro.
It really is. Like I don't know who his barber is, but that wouldn't fly in the shop, bro.
Nah, nigga, what are you talking about?
Like the barber would pull the thing off. He's like, bro, but you're not done.
Yeah, no, wait. Oh my.
Just in time for Valentine's Day. Bruh, nah, you see the picture where his hand by his helmet? No, I didn't see the picture.
Bro, Supercuts, exactly. I'm not listening to this. You go to Supercuts. Nigga gets his hair cut with scissors, bro. I'm not listening to this.
I swear to God, bro, if I ever went to a barbershop and heard somebody say, if I ever went to the barbershop and heard somebody say, give me the Travis Kelce, I'm pretty sure the dude would get jumped, right? Like what the fuck? Like the
dog. First of all, I'd probably slap you right in your lips. Like, what are you talking about, nigga? That's not what it's called. Don't ever call that again, because the shit's been here before him. It's gonna be here after him, nigga. Like, what do you?
I can't. I can't, Kenny. I can't. Instagram's already questioning my blackhood. I can't go to a barber and like give me the Travis Kelce.
D-Ray lost his black card.
Instagram, bro.
The AI was like, nah, nigga, check your shit, nigga, check your shit.
Oh my gosh, but yeah. So the Travis Kelce, how you feeling about it, Ham?
I'll slap him. I don't care. Okay, as a football player, I know I said he's not, but yeah, he's definitely one of the top tight ends.
Yeah.
In football. I mean, granted,
this is completely
granted, he's not like, I would say this, he's one of the top. You see, I didn't say he's the best, because there's definitely somebody that I feel is like unanimously just like the best tight end ever. And you know what I mean? That's not rather here than there. This whole haircut shit, bro, is just fucking dumb. First of all right, because like one, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I know damn well in high school, nigga, you wasn't getting that. All right, so don't talk about this is the Kelce cut now, because there was niggas at your high school with you that was getting fades and tapers, nigga. So
I do think he was getting fades like in college.
Bands, Shannon
college,
Sharp.
I think he was getting fades though.
I don't think Shannon is better than Travis. That's that. But I will say Tony Gonzalez is though.
Yeah,
he's not. And Gronk. Gronk is just
listen.
Like
I don't care if you as someone who lives in Indiana. Obviously, I absolutely detest the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Gronk is probably the best tight end to ever play the game.
No, he's not better than Tony. I'm sorry. Tony was the like precise like that was it.
I will say if I would ever give it to Tony over Gronk, it's because Tony could actually block. I would like that would be the difference, because
I mean that's a big role in tight end.
Well, it's supposed to be a big role because Travis don't block. Travis don't block. Gronk don't block either, because he only has one arm anyway, so he can't block. Like there's a lot of great tight ends that don't block.
Yeah, but Shannon though, like Antonio Gates, I'd say he's not better.
Yeah. Antonio Gates is definitely up there too. Like I would say
he's up there, but I don't say Antonio's better than Travis.
I would say
because like Antonio just didn't. You got to look at Travis's numbers, y'all. Like if you go look at Travis's numbers, man, like
Travis is
He
the
only
dude.
missed.
Travis
He only
does
missed
like
1,000 yards this thing because he missed the last game or some shit like that. He was only off by like 20
Travis
something yards or some
does
shit.
like prime, like one of my favorite tight ends. Like I don't think he's the best, but one of my favorite tight ends is Jimmy Graham. Travis does prime Jimmy Graham numbers every year.
Yeah,
every single year.
What about Vernon? Bro, Vernon Davis was hot for like a hot second, Breezy, and then after that,
It's like 3 years. Like 3 years. Like 3 years. He's good for like 2-3
for a
years.
hot second, nigga, hot second. That's a hot second in the league, nigga. That's 30 games, bro.
Gronk though,
Oh,
bro. Gronk don't
shit.
block. He doesn't have an arm, bro. Like he's been like this for the past 10 seasons.
Gronk was just like, it was just like, you are just too big to be able to do what you do. And that's why he was very good at what he did. He could catch a ball and he can run. Like, and he was like somewhat agile at what he did. He wasn't just like, oh, what do I, you know what I mean? Like Tony was definitely not as big as Gronk, but Tony, like he excelled on every level of being a tight end. You know what I mean? You don't just go into tight end just to catch. You go in to block. You have a lot more that comes into it. But he went from hot to not real quick. Exactly, bro. Exactly. But
Maybe,
yeah, as far as
maybe Gronk could block when he had 2 arms, but after he had all them fucking nails in his elbow, it was
Gronk can block as well as he can play defense, and we saw how that happened. Niggas lost the game because this nigga was a safety.
But yeah. So the Travis Kelce. So
We're not calling
I really want to hear somebody say that in an actual barbershop.
And watch them get fucking either the ass whooped or they get fried the fuck up. One of the two are gonna happen.
Anyway, Activision Blizzard, they are in the news again. And this is for kind of tails off from the layoffs that we were talking about last week, because some of the numbers came out. So Activision Blizzard, they did a lot of the layoffs in their esports division. They have 12 employees left for their entire esports division. They let go. They had 72 people, and they let go of 60 people. And like this was like, and then like I think they had like people like on site like promoting, and they came back to email saying that they were let go.
Wow.
Yeah, it's rough, bro.
Dead and gone.
Right, it's rough. It's rough. So, I think I know I talked with Austin about this, and shout out to Austin. I see your chat. I talked to him about this, about esports and in North America, like specifically, and it's rough out there, man. It's rough out there. These organizations and these companies, they got to find a way to make money. And I told Austin this, and like esports, like people that are coming up and like esports competitors right now will probably hate me for it, but they're gonna have to make less. Like some of these salaries are absolutely insane. We were doing the numbers like first, like because me and Austin follow Valorant really closely. So EG last year, EG like definitely overpaid their people. So, but the numbers came out and they were saying that like the salary for these guys was like $25K a month. So it wasn't the whole year, but it was 8 months out of the year that they were getting paid that. So $25K a month.
Wish.
Rent's paid, so they don't. So like during those 8 months, they're basically they're on site. So like they don't pay for that. And the smart ones were just saying, "Hey, yo, mom, let me leave my stuff here at your house while I go compete." So like you're basically netting all that money you'd be paying on rent, plus sponsorships, and then for EG plus winning. So EG as an organization took home $1 million for winning Worlds last year. So $25K a month plus your winnings. I think everybody got 200,000. Well, okay, so I don't know. And Austin, I thought about this last night after I got off. I don't think they all got 200,000 because the org has to get some of that money too. Now, if you 200K. If you saw that number, then yeah. But oh, really? Okay, all right. Then yeah. So 200,000. Yeah, duh. Yeah, 200,000. Yeah, 200,000. So that's where we're at. So those numbers have to come down for salary wise. Like I'm sorry, it sucks, and I know a lot of the guys that are in the industry right now are used to or like to make that money, but that's got to change because that's what you're paying. And I know I might get a lot of heat for this, but that's what you're paying like normal athletes, like in football and basketball. But the difference is they're bringing in money for like
jersey
there's
sales, fucking
jersey
anything,
sales
bro,
or
anything,
just
bro.
ticket sales, like because like I understand like jersey sales, but like ticket sales, like there's 4 majors, there's 3 masters and champions for Valorant in a season. How many basketball? There's 82 basketball games, bro.
And
There's
you think about,
there's
just think about
there's
the
a
basketball
bajillion
aspect.
baseball games, bro. Like
Think about the basketball aspect. If you're sitting there, you'll be like, "Oh, LeBron's coming to play. LeBron's coming to play Indiana." Well, I might want to go see him just so I can see that person play. Literally, people literally go to basketball games just to see one person, so they can see
yeah,
one person play. So yeah, in that aspect, like yeah,
yeah. So like
you're definitely right. They
those
definitely bring way more
numbers,
to it.
gotta they have to come down. And
Yeah, you
I
can.
know
Yeah.
Sentinels has like made a statement where they announced like their team deal with Riot on their Sentinels themed like gear that's coming into the game here pretty soon. They said industry wide they've got to start cutting costs, and that's gonna be the first place to cut costs. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully like we will see a little bit more stability in the esports area. But like I think it was Ghost that said it, or no, Austin I think said it. Esports is in a rough spot right now, like for sure.
Sucks.
Not according to the
Feel like it's
report,
better.
something about how their deal was structured. That would suck if the coaches and the org didn't really get paid that much. Like that does kind of suck. But it makes sense why they basically clean house too.
Yeah.
Mark put this article in our Discord this week. Nintendo, it's rumored to have over, like, basically the whole article was talking about how they believe that the console shortage that we experienced with the Xbox and the PlayStation will not happen with the Nintendo Switch 2, and that they plan on having over 10 million units ready by March 2025. So that unfortunately kind of shatters like our idea that we might get a Switch 2 like for this Christmas season, which kind of stinks because I was kind of excited to get a Switch 2 this year, but it's still close. Like if they're gonna have that many units ready by March 2025, that's still gonna be really close.
Say ready or just produced by that time, because
from the way I read the article, like ready to sell by March 2025. And I could have read the article wrong. They could be like manufactured and but still need to be shipped out.
Well, that's just the fucking. Let me see. That was just like the title, because it just says Nintendo aims to make 10 million Switch 2s by March 2025.
Yeah.
And if they're just attempting to make 10 million by then, that doesn't mean like
that doesn't mean they're ready. Yeah, no, that doesn't mean they're ready.
No. It does. In my eyes, that means like that they just want to make that many by that time. That doesn't mean that like.
Oh, you're saying that's not when, that might not be when it's launching. It's just
it could be. That's just how much their goal is. Okay, I think if we drop it here, we can make, you know what I mean, like 10 million by this time, based on like how much people want it. You know what I mean? So like it could drop later this year and by next year. Whereas like you ran into the problem with the PS5, we didn't have 10 million made by that time. You know what I mean? They only had so many. So that's how I maybe took it.
Yeah, so we'll see. Still no like official date from anybody. I know the rumors that we've seen have still said Christmas time this year. So we'll see. As long as they don't do trickle in like the PS5, that's what they're trying to avoid. And I mean, really, we'll see. I mean, obviously, let's remember that the big reason why we had that trickle effect for the Xbox and the PS5 was because of the
right?
GPU and the processor shortage. So we seem to be kind of beyond that at this point. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna knock on some wood after I say that. So hopefully we don't see it.
I mean, you can go walk into Walmart right now.
Yeah,
you can walk into Walmart right now and buy a PS5 or an Xbox. Xbox more so, but like even PS5 is like I haven't been to the store where I haven't been able to see an option to buy one right now. Right, sitting in there in the glass zone. It's better. It's definitely better than it was now, because I mean, it took me damn near fucking year to get one, bro.
Apex Legends. So first and foremost, 3 Strikes is back. If you guys saw buzzing on Friday, you saw us playing 3 Strikes.
We was getting crazy.
3 Strikes is the best game mode to ever come out for this game, and it's not permanent. And Respawn fix it, because it needs to be perfect. It needs
to throw on rotation. Take out Take out control. I don't care. Take out
Yeah,
control. Leave 3 strikes. Leave and rotate it in with the other ones, bro. Like, come on, bro.
something. Because it's like universally loved. But the real reason I put Apex in here is because they came out with a statement. Well, first and foremost, they first off, they actually disabled a lot of configs that allowed controller users to do the config tap strafing, and basically said that any software used to automatically input something for you is cheating. So there's a lot of people who were trying to use some of those configs that they had set up so that they could tap shape easier. Found out with an update that they're no longer able to do that. So that was a big shock to a lot of people.
Suckers.
Secondly, they also came out and said that solos won't return to Apex. Remember, like a long time ago, they had like a short period where they had a solo mode. They had a.
Oh, they did.
They did, right?
Damn, I forgot about that.
Solos was cool too, bro. I like solos,
It
but they
wasn't
said
bad. It wasn't bad.
they said that this is a quote. This is a squad based game, and that's why that's why you don't see solos. We had that experiment a long time ago, and we are not bringing it back. I mean, it's their choice. It's their game. I think solos is cool, but I understand like what they mean by it being a team based game. That's fine. They so arrogant. They are kind of arrogant, bro. Like the most loved game mode, and you won't make it permanent. You say, nah, bro, you're gonna play the game how we want to play it. I get it, but like you gotta cater to your fan base a little bit. I mean, if there's a bunch of push for something, like
There's not a bunch of push for solos though.
Not solo. I'm talking more for 3 strikes. I'm talking.
Oh
more
yeah,
for
yeah,
3
most
strikes.
definitely, yeah. At Play Apex, y'all hear us? Keep that shit. Keep it.
Sounds like a setup to bring. Sounds like a setup to bring it back. And hey, I mean that could be true too. Just do a little Uno reverse there. Excuse me. This is probably one of the bigger news articles that came out this week. We know what's good for you. So this is regarding TikTok and TikTok and Universal Music Group. So if you guys noted, you may have noticed actually this week that some videos may be silenced, or you're not able to see some music that you used to see on TikTok. Well, Universal Music Group and TikTok had an agreement, and they failed to extend that agreement for licensing to use the music that Universal Music Group owns. They have like artists like Taylor Swift, Drake, Justin Bieber, Adele, and a bunch of others. They're one of the biggest music labels out there. So they failed to come to an agreement. So they basically revoked all the licenses. So that music is no longer able to be used on TikTok. Apparently any of the videos that have their music on there have been muted, and they have to add new songs to it. TikTok said that they attempted to bully us into accepting a deal worth far less than the previous deal. A deal worth less than the previous deal and far less than fair market share value and not reflective on their exponential growth.
Say, nah, we know how much money y'all making, bro. You ain't getting away with that.
Do you think that that's going to hurt TikTok though at all? Because I personally don't.
Yes, because this I mean, you got to think about yes and no, because obviously there's still going to be some songs that you could play up on there. You know what I mean? But like a lot of TikTok, as I say yes and no, because there are obviously there's videos on there that have nothing to do with music, but there are a lot of videos that have music playing in the background, people playing music while they do something, and if you cut out that music and I'm just watching, my
nowhere
Lauren,
near as entertaining.
Lauren likes to watch people, setting up their house, decorating their house. If there ain't no music playing, bro, you just see her hand putting candles down, you're just gonna be like, yeah, this is boring. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is a lot less entertaining. So I definitely can see it taking a hit, which will make Universal be like, all right, here's the money. You know what I mean? Like, let's make it right. So hopefully,
I think that so for the videos that do have the music that's been muted, because I noticed because I think one of my videos got muted because of it, and they are prompting you to replace an audio. Wow, words are hard. Replace the audio with something else. Jeez, I got it. I finally got there. So those videos, they'll definitely have be able to add something else to it, which will be nice. But I think they're going to be okay because I will say some of those big stars and some of those videos will definitely take a hit. But you also have to remember all of the songs that all the songs that we kind of know about literally because of TikTok, because like it started a trend and things like that. So we'll see. And honestly, I think they're gonna come up with a deal anyway in the next like maybe like month or so. So I'm honestly not worried about it at all.
No,
Uh,
stop. No, we're not singing that song. We're not doing it because G was singing that song all day yesterday.
oh my god, bro!
And then you're gonna get Breezy started, and then I gotta hear that. I'm not here. I'm not dealing with
I
this
can't wait
today.
for y'all's 2K session tonight because that's all they're gonna be singing, bro.
Oh my God. G be singing it like he crying. I'm like, bro, stop singing it like that.
Bro, that's hilarious. And then moving over from TikTok, we're gonna go over to Kick. Kick announced their new requirements for their creator program. You can see them listed there. So in a 30-day period for you to apply, you got to have average of 100 concurrent viewers, 50 hours streamed, 15 unique days streamed, 25 average subs, 500 unique chatters, three VOD. That's the weird part. So I guess like they don't VOD like all of your streams or up to a certain time period. That kind of threw me off. And then 1,500 followers. So those are the new and updated creator program requirements. Yeah, Twitch and Kick are definitely going at it with each other. So anybody that's on Kick, that's what you got to get. So make it happen.
Yeah.
You think those are fair for a partner? For a partner?
I mean, yeah, but especially with like, cause like I mean, Kick it's known, but it's not like like well known. So like, I saw a post too. It's funny. It was like, Kick is streamers watching streamers, and Twitch is like fans watching streamers, or something like that. And I was just like, like I kind of feel it. So like, I get the numbers are like obviously lower than what you would need for a Twitch, but like, I think they're okay with what with what's going on, because there aren't a lot of people that have really made the switch to Kick, or even like I'm gonna tell you right now, like I know a couple of my friends made Kicks, and they were like, hey, can you follow me? So I made a Kick to follow them. Kick is not downloaded on my phone though. So like I get an email like, hey, this person's live on Quick. I'm like, oh cool, I'm not on there though. Like,
wasn't the whole thing that everyone is a partner? I think that might be how like they initially started, but there definitely are affiliates and like I guess they don't call them partners, but they call them like creators. So like there's definitely an affiliate program that I know for a fact of, because like Cam said, I know a couple people that stream on Twitch or on a Kick, and they've talked about that before. And then this is like their creator initiative program. I don't even have an account currently. I have an account as well. I'm pretty sure I might remember my login for it, but I think that when you ask like the general public, like where do you go to watch like gaming streams, more people are still gonna say Twitch, like for sure. So we'll see. I think like those requirements are fair though. Like I think those are fair. They're pretty close to be like I don't know if if Twitch has the VOD thing is weird, dude. I don't know why. It's three.
So like have to have that's just okay. So, but our thing is like streaming per, our on Twitch, and it's
our thing
you have
is
to
like,
stream a certain amount of days or hours, in like the month or whatever. So they just said 3 VODs. So you just have to stream three times.
They've got that. So it's 50 hours streamed throughout the 30 days. And
so you just have to have 3
different days. That's the part that's really weird. So like, I guess I don't know how the VODs work, because with Twitch it's just, hey, I want my streams to be VODed, and they're like, okay, we're gonna VOD all your streams within like I think it's a 14-day period is what it is now. So any stream you do in a 14-day period, we'll save that VOD. When it gets to that 15th day, it'll be gone unless you like download it. It is the way they do it on Twitch. So I guess I was just kind of curious on how they do it, how they do the VODs over there on Kick. But I think everything else is pretty fair, honestly. For sure. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, anyway, anybody that's on Kick, those are your requirements. Like I said, get to it. So now now we are at the point of the show where we have spoilers. We're gonna be talking Percy Jackson, the show in its entirety, because we didn't have our finale this week, this past week. Kick Rock.
Kick Rocks.
Is that an insult or a compliment? I don't know. Percy Jackson did end, like I said, on Tuesday. We're gonna go over kind of the show in its entirety. We've gone through each individual episode, so we'll give kind of like our overall view of the show now. The things we liked, things we didn't like, blah blah blah. But that is your spoiler warning. If you are watching, you don't want to be spoiled, make sure to mute the stream. Keep it up, just mute it, and then we'll get back with you. So, Percy Jackson ended on Tuesday. I watched the episode. I know Ham watched the episode. Now that the series is over, we always start with our ranking 1 out of 10. What do you give? What do you give the entire show?
I give it a 7. And
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with literally right at a 7. Yeah.
I give it a 7 because it sucks. And I don't hold this against like the kids that are acting in this. Like, I just wanted more action. I definitely wanted a little bit, and I wanted the fights just to be a little bit better. But it gets to 7 because lore-wise, like, it was very informative, way more informative than the movies were, and it made you like a few characters too. You know what I mean? Like, it made you grow a newfound love for these characters, especially because they're younger, and the acting was good all around. You know what I mean? I didn't really see any bad performances, so yeah, it gets a 7 for me for sure.
I think it gets a 7
like
because
solid 7.
It's super enjoyable. I think anybody can go in and watch it, whether you read the books or watch the movies or anything like that. Anybody can go in and watch it and enjoy this. I also agree that I wanted a little more action. I understand and I can accept their reasoning on not having a ton of action. Obviously, because Percy literally just gets thrown into this. The dude don't know how to fight, and they made sure to mention that. They gave him some level ups throughout the show. They showed some like background training stuff, yada yada, whatever. But I wanted a little more action. And the fights we did get, they were really kind of short. Like I liked the Minotaur fight in the very beginning. That was honestly probably the most fight. Action in a fight that we saw. And that was episode 1, where the dude doesn't know how to fight whatsoever. So, and it was like super dark, so it's kind of hard to see anyway, blah blah blah. So like we move forward. Like, they had a little tussle in the camp during the capture the flag event, which is cool. I think that I'd probably say that was like the second best fight, like when he was going against all 3 of them.
And
then
busy.
like, but I said it last week, dude. I said it last week because they teased into it for the finale where Percy met up with Ares, and I was like, this dude's about to get dog walked, bro. And that's not what happened. And it was kind of bullshit that it did happen, bro. It was like there's a lot of plot armor that happened in that fight. Like that should not have gone the way that it did.
First of all, I'll just say like just this might sound. Look at the size difference, bro. There's no way Percy is keeping up with Ares.
He threw him around like 3 different. My man, literally. So Edge obviously isn't Kane or the Undertaker, but he choke slammed the homie, bro. He literally choke slammed him, bro, with ease.
Yeah.
So
I can.
There's
I'm
definitely some plot
on
armor in there. But fights aside, like I said, I think the lore was really good. I think they introduced a lot of different characters. The Mother of Monsters. Obviously, we got some backstory on some of the gods and goddesses. The acting, like I said, was pretty solid. I told Ham this, and I told Katie this when we were watching it. I completely forgot that Lance was Zeus.
Me too.
And I swear to God, bro, I don't think I
ever knew that. I don't think I ever knew that. But I was sitting there,
bro. Like as soon as he said something, I was like, "Nah,
bro." I was sitting there, and like I didn't like. It was leading up to, and I had like one of those like look away for something like that, and then I just turned and like I kind of like wasn't really paying attention, but I was like, "Is that?" And then you hear his voice said, "It's him."
Bro, I teared up, man. I teared up like 100%. I teared up, bro. I 100% teared up. So shout out to Lance, like, for a great performance. Unfortunately, send off his career. But yeah,
I don't think he has anything else.
No, I don't. I think that's got to be it, because you got to think about, like, it's been a while since he passed. Like it's been several months since he passed. So
But yeah, regardless, and it sucks because like obviously the story's gonna go on, so they're gonna have to recast Zeus. But anyway, like it was good to because he gave that feel, bro. He gave you that like
he gave the Lance Reddick feel, bro. Like he gave definitely that Lance Reddick feel.
There was a time where this boys told Percy like, "Hey, kick rocks." Nah, bro, I ain't leaving. He said,
"What did you say?" You heard the lightning, the thunder in the background too, bro. I was like, "Nah, let's go."
This nigga said, "Bro, I told you, get your ass."
But yeah, the show was solid. Show was really solid. I really enjoyed it. I would watch it again in a heartbeat. Really good, really good. So if you haven't seen it, the whole series is there. Definitely go watch it. 7 out of 10.
It did like end exactly how like the first one ended, and kind of like how I told you. In which I'm gonna let you know right now, like I knew it was gonna end like that too because I asked LA because I was like, yo, like I have a feeling like it's not gonna be this way this is, but like I think it's gonna be like Luke, and he's like, well, I've read the book. I was like, well, how is it in the book? And he's like, Luke steals the lightning bolt in the book. I said, oh, so it's gonna be looked in. So like I was like, okay, like, but it was still like the same like the movies, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Because like
remind me, because you rewatched the first one. They like captured Luke at the end of the first one, right?
Yes,
like
he doesn't like skate away.
I thought so. I thought so.
Because they were also, but like Luke and Percy had a fight, bro.
At the very end, on top of the Empire State Building, right?
You know exactly where it was, bro. They was getting mixy, bro. Like they really was fighting. So yeah. And they was mixing in the forest too. Like that was actually a decent fight as well. Oh yeah. That was probably the most realistic of the fights. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, because Luke was he's just stronger. You know what I mean?
He's stronger. He's a better fighter, and he trained him.
So,
like almost everything that he knows, he knows from Luke. So they did a really cool way of keeping Luke in the story. So like we feel like he's gonna be kind of like the over looming antagonist, him and Kronos over the series.
I could see it already, bro. He's gonna be the antagonist until he's not, and then he's gonna team up, and then he's either gonna sacrifice himself to save Percy and That's how Percy's gonna save the day, or they're just gonna fight alongside each other and save the day.
Bro. I hope Percy cuts this man's head off, bro. I hope Percy cuts this man's head.
Okay,
yeah,
first of all,
that was hilarious.
Can we mention, because that's literally how the first one ended too. I don't know if you remember.
I don't think so. I don't.
So at the end of the first one, so you remember the stepdad was a lot more abusive.
Russ, chill. It's been eons since I watched either of those movies. So chill. Yeah. And no, I did not read the books.
I didn't read the books. And I haven't seen the second movie. I watched the first one not too long ago, but I haven't watched this. Aiden wants to watch the first one too. Yeah, rewatch the first one. But at the end of the first one, they did the exact same. But the only thing was, in the movie, the stepdad went into the house and all of his shit was all packed up, and he's like, well, and then there's a sign on the fridge. It says, "Don't open the fridge," and it was all locked up. So he breaks the lock and then he turns to stone like that. So it was dope to still they literally still had to go. I was like,
that's funny.
Okay, so that just shows me that like the movie wasn't too far off from the books. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's a lot of what we look for in movies like this. Yeah, like. When you go based off of books, like you kind of want some of, you want majority of that book in the movie, and
right.
It's good to see that they both panned out. But yeah, I like the show. I'm excited for the next season.
We're getting shamed by Russ over in chat right now.
I don't, bro.
Even though we said from the beginning that neither of us read the book, so Russ is apparently paying attention.
Yeah, but you know what's funny is said series was different than books in a few places. Yeah. I did know that the second movie deals with Percy's brother. I do remember that. That's what the second movie like had on it. So like I'm gonna watch the second movie just so I can like kind of see, you know what I mean? But I do know the second is not as good as the first.
Bro, okay. I guess I would have to talk to somebody else that read the books.
I'm not LA. LA read the books.
Yeah, well, we asked LA. We already know LA said he liked the series. I guess we can ask him if he had to pretend like it was by itself. But you had to pretend like it. I'd have to ask somebody to read the books. Read the books because I mean, as someone who did read the books, I thoroughly enjoyed it. As someone who who did read the books but watched the first movie, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I read the books, but I have to finish the Disney series. Okay, well then, Russ. So if you read the books and once you finish the series, let us know. I've never read them or seen the movies. Yeah, Austin, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it then. But Russ, let us know. I know you started it, but let us know if you feel like you have to pretend that the books don't exist or that this is a standalone to enjoy it, because sometimes I feel like we do, as audiences, we do get a little too caught up in, hey, this has to be exactly this way to enjoy it, because it doesn't have to be a carbon copy, and it shouldn't be a carbon copy. I don't think they should be able to take their own
changes to it.
Some changes. Core things though shouldn't change. Like there are definitely some things that shouldn't change. Austin, we're not going to talk about it today because I want to read up more on the allegations on Avatar, but we will definitely talk about that next week. Apparently this series is getting a lot of heat for some of the changes they made to the show, the Netflix series. So we'll see.
We're gonna find out.
I like the carbon copies. Russ, get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! I wish they finished the movie series because it's a book clone for real. Okay, really? Okay, cool.
Well, I'll tell you this much then, Russ Nasty. If the movies is like this, the show is literally dead. Like this whole first season is literally the first movie, bro.
It's incredibly close. Like I said, there's tiny things that are different, but it is incredibly close.
Tit for tat. So I'm excited for you to see it and then let us know if it's definitely more on the books or if
we are still in our spoilers. We have Solo Leveling now. So Solo Leveling, we had a new episode on Saturday that we're going to be talking about. So spoilers for Solo Leveling. If you haven't watched the current episode, definitely keep the stream muted. We're going to be talking about the new episode and how we feel about the series so far. Let's go. So Solo Leveling kicks off after he has gotten out of his own dungeon, like the own personal dungeon he got to, and killed the golem that was in the middle of that was kind of rampaging in the city and kind of snuck off by himself. So right after the Dodgers called him to pitch him to be a pitcher for the Dodgers, because my man threw he threw that sword, bro. The episode starts with him. Listen, so I just watched the episode because I was supposed to watch it last night, but then me and also watched Valorant until like 1 or so, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna say it. I'll just watch it in the morning. So I just watched the episode. These thirsty ass bitches, bro. Listen, so obviously we've talked about how like as he levels up, like he's getting stronger and he's getting more perceptive and he's able to sense things and stuff like that. Now it looks like that plus like the exercising that he is doing is starting to show results, and they did make this man cut, bro. Like he's like almost like Goku, like Vegeta Saiyan level cut right now, bro.
All right, I'm glad you said that. All right, so just a little side thing. Look at the picture of that we use for Solo Leveling, and look at the guy standing on the bodies.
Yep.
Looks familiar, huh?
I know, right? I noticed that like when I copied it over to this folder to look at, I was like, wait a minute, and because I just watched the episode, because I'm pretty sure that's the same jacket he's wearing. This is the first time he wore. So that's the same dude. And that's like from like episode 1, 2, 3 to now. Is what it's looking like. So like,
that's
he's getting physically stronger, physically more fit, but also like he's working out. Like I mean, he is working out every single day. So it makes sense. But these thirsty ass nurses are like, have you seen that patient? Oh my gosh, the muscles of that new patient, bro. He
been working out. He been working out. He wasn't looking like that when he first came.
we don't ever get patients that look like this. I'm like, y'all are horny as fuck. But I will say it's kind of nice to see it the other way around, because it's obviously in anime, it's always the dudes that are just like super horny, super thirsty. So it's kind of funny seeing it the other way around. So I did enjoy that. And then old chick that like did his discharge procedure, she bowed to this man and said, "Can I have your contact information?" But being super main character, she said contact info. But being super main character like Syndrome, he has no idea what's happened. He's like, oh, and he literally says like, oh, I guess she just needs it so she can send test results or whatever. So
Yeah, she gonna test your results, all right.
Yeah, she gonna try. She gonna try.
she gonna test the results.
Homie gets home and and even his sister realizes it, but it's his sister, so she doesn't freak out too much. She has even working out. He's like, yeah. But then not only did they upgrade this man's body, but I swear I have to rewatch some of the older episodes, but I swear they gave him that stereotypical e-boy anime voice, bro. I swear his voice definitely is different.
His voice got a little deeper, bro. It's like he's
a little more raspy. Bro, he
was talking like a little boy just last episode. And then I watched it this, but by the way, I watched it this where I woke up. I was laying there and I'm like, there's something I need to do. All right, just pull it up on my phone. But yeah, he definitely this nigga grew up,
bro. I swear, they give a little raps to the voice, bro. It's deeper. Mm-hmm. I was like, bro, they not doing all this, man. That's crazy. That's wild. So now, and then obviously he kind of gets a wake up check because he gets a phone call. Rent's due. And past due at this point. So he's like, no, I gotta make money. So you see, and he also, first off, that if I ever pull up an RPG game of yours, Jordan, and I see you have skill points that you have not assigned, I'm gonna fight you, bro. This man
let him know.
This man 12. Had 8. Yeah, was it 12? This man had 12 skill points that he had not assigned. Confirmed level 18. So that answers that question. So when he beat the goal from him beating the golem and the boss, he gained 3 levels, which that seems about right. Because he one shot the boss or the golem. I mean, gained 3 levels. So he's level 18 right now. So now he's finally starting to diversify the stats. He's putting his stats into strength and agility now. He's kind of leaving the other ones.
Exactly what we said was gonna happen, bro.
You got.
He's gonna be you can be strong
for the exact same reason. And he was like, I can be strong, but if I can't hit him, it means nothing. So
when he did that, I said, it's almost like I said that.
so he's starting to diversify those a little bit. I think he said something about magic. I still think, I don't know when.
Intellect, right?
Yeah, intellect, yeah. So he said that he feels like the intellect is going to be more about magic because he doesn't think he's just going to get smarter. It's going to be more about being able to use magic. And typically that's what an intellect stat is. I still think he's going to come up against an enemy. It hasn't happened yet, but he's going to come up against an enemy that is super physically defense oriented. And he's gonna have trouble with it, and that's when he's gonna start putting abilities into intellect to try to get some magic up there. Or he's gonna be.
He did a little bit. No, he did he.
No,
so
he put them all. It was all strength and agility because I think agility went up to 33.
27.
No. So I think it's 33, and his strength is 42.
I think I could have sworn. I'll double check right now, but I could have sworn I saw one that.
I'm pretty sure what it was that all of them were 27 except for strength, and then after that is when he applied. Was it 24? I don't know.
I think it was 24, and then it was 30. But we'll see. But go ahead, keep going.
Anyway, so now he's like, okay, I need money. I need to go through dungeons, and he's scrolling through the dungeons, and he sees some D, some E, right dungeons, and he's like, bro, I can do these, but they don't give a lot of money. So and he's trying to figure out how he can get into a higher rank dungeon, so he can make more money. And he finds an ad. Finds an ad, and basically there's a party that needs at least 8 people to enter a C rank dungeon. So this will be the first time he's ever been into a C rank dungeon. And but they need more people. So they enlist Jin Woo. Go ahead.
All right. You ready? All right. Yeah. So at the end of everything, his strength is 50. His agility is, because it was 48 and he put it up to 50. His agility is now 35 and his perception is 29. He didn't touch his vitality or his intellect.
Okay. And those are 24 or 27?
27. You're right about them being at 27 originally. So he put up 3 things.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
So he gets to the meetup point. It's 6 guys there that kind of work together. And then he gets there, and then this new character. I think it's actually it's Wu Jin, right? It's his name opposite, right? Yeah. Okay. I wanted to make sure I saw that right. So it's actually his name opposite. It's Wu Jin, not Jin Woo. So but Wu Jin is like dripped out, bro. Like his armor set is something that I would want to put on my character when I was ready to put the drip on.
Yeah.
But and he actually notices that. But remember, like his perception is up there, so he's able to sense how strong these guys are. He says like four of them are, I think it's like four of them are C rank. There's two like lower D ranks, and then they got Wu Jin who. Can you look it up really quick? Because I think he's a C rank. He's either a C or D rank, but we think he's a C rank.
I think he's a C.
And then our main character Jin Woo. But they said they've done dungeons like this before. The 6 guys that are there, like they're really experienced together, and it kind of shows like when they get into the dungeon, they're really well coordinated. They work really together. And they get through like the first wave of enemies. It's kind of like a pitch black dungeon that they go into. And then, so one thing is that because he's so low ranked, and they're strictly bringing him on for the person requirement, they made both Jin Woo and Wu Jin sign contracts that they will not take any what are they, essence crystals from or any loot from enemies killed, because they're so weak they aren't really killing things. They're not there to kill things, they're there just to get to the person requirement. But in return, they're gonna just give them 2 mil, which again, we don't know how the currency translates to dollars, whatever, but they're gonna give them 2 mil. So he's like, all right, cool, bet. And they sign the contract and they go in. They get rid of the first wave of enemies and they start traveling through the dungeon more. And they're before I get to that, so it's an insect based like enemies, right?
Yes.
Jin Woo realizes that they're above them. He calls it out. They start fighting. But I don't know. I know you saw it, and I got kind of confused on it. So while they're fighting, one of the insects tries to kind of circle around and attack Jin Woo. My man kicked his leg up behind him and split the thing's body, bro. Jin Woo, that dude, bro. Like he's becoming that dude for real. But later on, they find out that some of the insects that are dead aren't dead because of swords or the weapons that they use. I thought it was the insect that Jin Woo kicked, but no, like they're seeing tons of them, and Jin Woo only kicked one. So like they're traveling the dungeon, and they get to the boss's chamber. The boss's chamber is this giant spider, but this chamber is not essence crystals, because essence crystals are like the big valuable. Yeah, they can sell that for a lot. But they're mana crystals. Like, and I believe I had to rewatch the first couple episodes, but I believe the essence crystals are what they're trying to harvest for like the energy initiative, and the mana crystals are what they use to either buy or enhance armor and weapons. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But this whole area is full of mana crystals. Like, and they even say it's like, hey, mana crystals is the lesser valuable, but this amount of mana crystals is absolutely insane. And they're talking like they said billions. They said billions as far as how much this might be worth.
All right, so his name is Jin Ho, and he's a D rank. You're right. He was
D. Okay. So this is the important part of the episode. So they see all these mana crystals, but they don't really have a good way of transporting them out. And remember, after you kill the boss, you only have an hour to get out of the gate until it closes down. So their plan is to mine the crystals first, take some of those crystals out, and then fight the boss. So they say, hey, we're going to go back and grab like our mining equipment. They have some of it, but they don't have a good way to transport it. They're saying that, hey, we're going to get I think it's like a transport stone is what he said. We're going to go get a transport stone and we'll come back and then we'll mine and then we'll fight the boss. So they leave.
They needed to go get, he said they needed to go get the gear to mine the crystal.
Yeah. So they leave, and then but Jin Woo has felt kind of off the entire time. Like the entire time they've been in this dungeon. He couldn't really figure out why. If he had put more stats and perception, maybe he would have figured it out. Anyway, but it turns out exactly right. Wrote up like an 11. It turns out that this group is going to betray them. And it kind of flashes back to a conversation he had with the original team leader that led them into that first dungeon. And he talked about how some people will sacrifice basically weaker hunters to get like bigger spoils or bigger cuts of loot when they go in the dungeon. So they actually blast the entrance to the boss's chamber to, one, wake up the boss because the boss will sleep, and two, to trap Jin Woo and Jin Ho
Yeah, Jinho. Yeah.
in the chamber. Now, granted, I don't understand the plan because like they start to go in there, and I guess their plan is for them to try to weaken it a little bit, and then they come and finish it off, or whatever. But now our two guys are trapped in this dungeon. This spider is coming down from its hole, and like they're kind of freaking out because this dude's a D rank. Now this guy's a D rank, but Jin Woo makes sure to mention that, hey, like the armor and like stuff that he has like definitely gives him a big boost. So his family has to be really wealthy, and he says like, hey, this is my first dungeon. My dad wanted to make sure to give me something really special for it. So he's got a really good set of armor on him and a really good weapon. So that kind of helps him. Jin Woo's in there with a jacket.
Oh, and the dagger. And the dagger.
He wasn't carrying the dagger though. Like he summons it out of his inventory.
What? I mean, nigga, he has it. No, it's in my backpack. Don't do that.
No, I'm saying Jin Ho doesn't think he has a dagger.
Oh, okay. That's
Jin
what I was
Ho
like.
to anybody else, like this man, he's got a jacket.
So he's spooked.
Yeah, he's spooked. Yes. And honestly, Jin Woo was a little spooked too, because he was like, bro, like I've never been in a C-rank dungeon before. Like this thing's at definitely a different level. And it's funny because he says this thing's at a definitely different level to me, and then he kind of pauses. He's like, different level? Man, fuck this nigga, bro. Let's go, bro. Hey, man. So like, he's like, bro, I got it. He literally says like, hey, bro. Because Jin Ho actually says like, hey, listen, just stand back. I'll figure a way out to do this. So shout out to Jin Ho, like for real. Because like he being a real one. First dungeon, he's like, no, bro, I got you. Jin Woo's like, nah, nigga, I got you, bro. Let me put my bag down real quick.
Hold my beer. Hold my beer real quick.
There's a really dope animation for him to summon the dagger that he's going to use. It was really freaking dope.
Lightning just in his hand. Oh
and he's like, bro, he's like, I got this. I'ma beat it. Pause. But then that's how the episode ends, and I'm pissed that that's how it ended. So we have to wait to the next episode.
I love the pause.
But that's
I'm gonna beat it. Pause.
But that's how the episode ends. Next episode, obviously, we're gonna get this big fight between Jin Woo and a C rank boss. I think he's gonna be fine because I'm pretty sure that the serpent he fought in that personal dungeon was around C rank as well. Because remember when he goes out, they specified that Golem was a D rank, and he just one shot it. And he even said that, hey, this is weaker than the serpent that I fought just a second ago. So I think he's gonna be.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna see. See the name. Obviously, he's gonna see what the boss is, and we'll see the color of what it is. I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna be on par.
I think yellow. I think it's gonna be yellow, or was it yellow or orange?
It was like oranges because that's like a little bit above.
Yeah.
Or on par, or a little bit above.
Like on par, like really close, really close. Yeah. White was weaker and the red was stronger. So yes. I think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be kind of on par with red. Them.
Yeah, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh, it's wraps. It's a wraps, bro. That shit's red. Listen, I don't. In a lot of games like this, like if you get to an enemy that's too strong, like that's like immune to you, it shows like skulls. I want to see a skull enemy, bro. I want to see him run up to an enemy and it just has skulls by his name and him just freak out, dude. That'd be hilarious. But anyway, so that's how the episode ends. Me and him were talking about this before we went live. And let us know if you're listening. Obviously, I know some people have this muted. I think what's going to happen, and I don't know, Ham hasn't said if he agrees with you or not. I think he was thinking about it. I think what's going to happen is Jin Woo is going to obviously win this fight. Like, he's obviously going to win. There's no question in my mind he's going to win. The only question is if Jin Ho helps him or not, which I think he might try to help him. And Jin Woo's like, bro, like, get out of my way. You're a hindrance right now. I think that's going to happen. And then after the fight ends, he's going to look at him and was like, hey, listen, I need you to say you killed this enemy. Like, just say that like the armor that you have, that your dad got you, gave you the boost that you needed, and you were able to beat this enemy, and take credit for you, and then I was just here and you saved me.
Mm-hmm.
I am pretty confident that because throughout the episode he talks about whether or not he wants to. When he was talking about what kind of dungeon he wanted to go into, he doesn't want to. He said he doesn't want to go into a super powerful dungeon because he is known as an E-rank hunter, and he doesn't know if he wants everyone to know that he can level up
Mm-hmm.
yet. And he said
Mm-hmm.
he'll figure that out later. So I think he's gonna try to convince him to say, "Hey, listen, I'm stronger than I'm stronger than what people think now. I need you to take credit for this because I don't want people to know that yet." And he just saved his life, so of course he's gonna agree to. He's like, "Fine, like that's it's whatever." But
I can
because
see
of
that.
because of
Mhm.
that, I think that Jin Ho is gonna say, "Okay, I'll do that with you," because Jin Ho seems really smart.
Yeah.
I think that Jin Ho is going to be a long-standing character, and they're gonna go out of this dungeon. They're gonna say, "Hey, Jin Ho just took down a C rank boss as a D rank. Like he's that dude, and he's gonna get into more dungeons and be expected to do that again." And he's gonna be like, and he's gonna call up Jin Woo's like, "Hey, listen, you need to come to this dungeon with me." And I think we're gonna see more time spent between those two characters because of that.
I think it might do like we might see Jin Ho still, but I think it's gonna be just to see the effects of him realizing like, yeah, I ain't real like you know what I mean? Like I couldn't even do that shit. So it might like I think it might fuck him up. Him might not be a hunter as much. Like I don't see
You think?
him.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't
because
think
it's
it's
his
gonna.
first one.
Yeah, it's his first one. He's gonna see how these niggas betrayed him. He's gonna be ran
Mm-hmm.
into this big ass monster. He's scared as shit. He's gonna
Mm-hmm.
see Jin Woo do all of that and then be like, "You take the thing for it," even though because I think he's gonna try to fight it and obviously realize he can't do anything and almost die. And that's when Jin Woo will be like, "Hey, bro, sit over there. So you're in my way.
Sit there, bro.
Kill the thing." Be like, you take it, you take all the credit and stuff like that, and that's really gonna fuck with him because then his dad and all of them are gonna be like, "Yeah, oh, how'd you do it? Tell us how
Mm-hmm.
you did it," and he's
And
gonna
he's
be,
not going to
you
be
know
able
what
to
I mean?
say anything.
And it's gonna take him down not the good way, but like the bad way, and it's you know what I mean, and kind of realize,
That's gonna be tough mentally, bro. Like for you to be
yeah,
praised for
oh yeah.
something that you weren't able to do. Yeah, like
Mhm.
that's gonna be rough.
But
So
I could definitely see that, especially having to rewatch it and know that not anybody knows that you know what I mean, that he actually reawoken. They just chalking it up as, hey, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So
I'm
yeah.
I'm really curious on. So we said this and like jokingly, I was like, "Yo, I hope Jinwoo kills that whole squad." Because fuck them niggas for trying to kill off my main character. But I want to see their face when they walk out of that dungeon with all those mana crystals. That's
Yeah,
gonna
y'all
be
niggas don't get
hilarious.
shit. I want to see their face when this nigga Jim will tell him, and y'all niggas ain't getting nothing.
None, not a thing. Well,
Nada.
yeah. So I'm excited. I'm still digging the show.
Yeah.
You know what sucks? There's a guy at my job. He's asked me. He's like, "Yo, have you watch Solo?" Because there's a handful of people that I found out that watch anime. So he's like, "Yo, have you watched Solo?" I was like, "Yeah, like I'm watching it." But this dude went and started reading the manga, and I'm like, "Bro, like, no, I need you to get or manhwa. Like, bro, I need you to get away from me because I don't want you to tell me nothing. This is one of those
Yep.
things. I'm gonna wait. I've already told my
Yep.
homies I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna watch it. And if
Stop
you
talking.
spoil some shit, we gonna fight. We gonna fight,
Yep.
man.
We're gonna be beefing.
But it's good, man. It's good. So if you guys aren't watching it, definitely give it a shot. I'm loving it. Ham's liking it. All of our friend
Yeah.
group is loving it.
Yeah, well, everybody's actually has been loving it, so it has been good. I'm excited to see where it goes because it's been pretty good. Like I haven't been really let down. Granted, it's it's only a couple episodes in,
Yeah,
but like
we're only what is it? 4 episodes deep. Yeah, we're only 4 episodes deep.
five.
Was that? Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was five. That was five. You're right.
But
So five.
I just like the variety of the ways that it can go because you're just like it can go this way or how you can do it like this, and then it's like none of those ways, a whole different way that you didn't even think about. And you're like, well, like I didn't expect these niggas to betray him like that. I thought, yeah, go show
Oh
your
yeah, no,
powers and
that
shit
that
like that.
actually was. I was not expecting that at all. Like that
So
was a cool little twist that they put in. It honestly kind of
yeah.
reminds me of. So I played Dot Hack GU on the
Mhm.
PlayStation 2 way back when, and it's kind of like a Sword Art Online, like an online game or whatever. But they have I don't know if they have it on Sword Art because I never watched it, but they have um they gave this nickname for people that play the game, but they play the game solely to like kill other people. They call them PKs, so player killers. But then they have another nickname for people that play the game to kill the player killers, so PKKs. And this kind of reminded me of that. That I was like, bro, like we got some fucking PKs in this game. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, this dude. That
was wild, bro. That was wild. I was not expecting that. But we do have a couple recommendations to end off the show. I will go ahead and start. Me and my wife started watching Donald Glover's Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It is a TV series. We thought it was going to be a movie, but it is a TV series. There are 8 episodes in this first season. Do not expect it to be a carbon copy of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It is very different in a lot of different ways. The NSFW episode 2, yeah. Me and Katie had a bet going into episode 2. It's like, yo, like how long before they start having sex? And I was like, you know what? Like, there's 8 episodes. I'd say like episode 4. Nah, episode 2. I was like, all right, cool.
Well,
cool.
Yeah, let's get this out of the way.
Cool. But it is like kind of the same premise though. Like two spies. They have a front that they're married. They both know that they're spies. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. So,
well, you see, but that's definitely very different from the movie because I don't remember if you've seen the movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina.
They find out very early on that they're spies, but before
they only find out because they were trying to kill each other.
Yeah,
that's what they found out in the movie. Yeah,
when I meant very early in the movie because like when we get to them, they've been together for years.
They've been together for years. Yeah, they didn't know, and then they were like on the mission, and they almost killed each other, and then that's when they get home and try to act normal.
Yeah, bro. I love that scene, dude. That scene. So this is so it's already different in that way. They both know that they're spies. They both know that they've been paired together and that they are married and blah blah blah. But so I did not know how I felt about it after the first episode. After the second episode, and this is gonna sound really horny of me, like I kind of like it, not because of the sex part, but I'm kind of digging the show because there's a twist at the very end of the second episode that makes the first scene of the first episode make more sense. So something happens at the very end of the second episode that makes the first scene make a lot of sense. Because the first scene, and Katie, I don't know if you felt this way, but the first scene when I watched it, I had an idea of why it was happening, but the very end of the second scene 100% confirmed it for me. And I'll talk to you when I get downstairs, Katie. I'll let you know. But yeah, so Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and then Ham, like he said, he watched a new movie this week that I plan on watching. We might actually watch it today.
I watched Orion in the Dark. And I'm gonna let you know, like, there's just like a few movies that recently, like kid movies, like I don't know if maybe like it was just the time of era, but like nowadays some of these kid movies be like hitting adult problems, man, and them shits be hit like Inside Out, bro. Tackled a lot of emotions and problems that like you wouldn't have expected it to do, and when it does, you're just like, oh, why do I feel this way?
Shit,
yeah. So
I think it's a mixture of us being older as well. But like you said, like Inside Out, Soul, bro. Yes, like some of these movies.
But this one, it did that. Orion in the Dark did that because yes, it has its kid element. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, insomnia, the dark, the light, dreams. You know what I mean? Like all of that stuff. Like yeah, and it's animated. But dog, pay attention because there's a story, bro. And it hit because I'm just sitting there and I'm like. Even Aiden was like, Dad, I really like this movie. I'm like, man, it is really good.
So do I, bro.
Like, this is really good. So yeah,
I think if it's gonna be that way too. I think if it's gonna be that way too.
Yeah, if it's gonna hit home, if it's gonna tear you up, I feel like this one, it kind of did, but it didn't really. You know what I mean? Like it didn't really like make the tears like make your eyes make you hold them back a little bit. No, it didn't really do that, but it did give you like, oh, this was good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was a very good movie. Like, it was cool. It had its laughs, like, and it had its serious tone all the way around. So, definitely, it's on Netflix. Orion in the Dark, animated for adults and kids, yo. For adults and the kiddos.
But that is gonna be it from us this week. Shout out to everybody that stayed through Russ Nasty, Lady D-Ring, Ghost, G-Baby, Bing, full house today.
Cash Money Bands,
Cash Money,
Breezy,
Cash Money, Breezy.
Bird was in here.
Oh yeah, Bird was in here. He put his one comment in there, like, all right, I'm going back to sleep. Nah. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We will be back. Make sure to keep an eye on our YouTube. I will not wait for 3.5 years to upload the most recent episode, Hams Declassified. I will make sure that it is uploaded this week. So you can catch up with that. So Aiden does. I'm not trying to get beat up by Aiden, bro, because like Aiden be on it. Aiden be ready, bro.
Dad, is it on there yet? You said he was gonna. I'm like, son, I asked him. You ask him again. I'm not gonna ask him again. But okay,
so Aiden, I got you, bro. I got you this week for sure. Man. And then obviously we'll be back for Fridays, man, just like normal. Yeah, so we will catch you guys later. Make sure to go watch Percy if you haven't watched it, because I know Ghost, if you're still here, I know you haven't watched it. Go watch Percy now. All right,
I don't want to hear it's on the list. Go watch it.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
RNG? I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means.
Random news. RNG. TGP. Random news generator. RNG. RNG. Real nigga games. Random news. RNG. Random number generator. RNG. Real nigga games. RNG. TGP. Random news. Random news. RNG. Random news.
Real nigga games.
Samurai Black. D-Ring.
Random numbers.
TGP.